And how can the city support the CHUH schools as a community asset and a means to attract and retain families?
Yeah, I think if the school are strong and the families think their children are, getting good education, they not leave. But the problem is if the security and the safety, but also the behavioral issue become more overwhelming in the city, people just move around. They even stay here, but they take their kids out. What is not wrong? What is not wrong is to take your kid to the public school. I'm not against that. That's fine. But the core of our staff is the public. We should make sure the people trust the public school system and they let their kids in it so they will live in the city. To do that, I will really talk to the families. I'm going to be involved. I'm going to give my viewpoint to the Board of Education to make sure we're not blaming each other. But also, they do not eliminate us talking about the education in the city. We are city leaders. We have to be involved with them. So there is no fight in there, but we have to work as a team to forward the school system.
Right now, about financial viability. The fiscal viability of our city government is critical to our success. The recent defeat of an income tax increase, followed by the housing and employment crisis, diminished tax revenue and increased community needs. What do you believe will make our city government more financially sustainable?
That's a good question. This period of time is very difficult. But I think that Cleveland has struck back financial ground, even we have some problem. I'm running to get the power, but you have to tell the truth. The city is managing not very badly. It's very good. They did what they can. But if I was there, I think I will make sure we create a relationship with corporation, like I said, like Cleveland Clinic and other things. But also we have to talk to other cities around to make sure we share some services so that can help us to alleviate our burden, including a lot of tax money to go out, but we can help each other, and the money we have, we can do other things to do. And if I'm elected also, I think I will be willing to organize what I call the Economic Forum of Cleveland Heights. We're gonna call the neighboring cities, including Cleveland and other corporations, to make sure our city will be involved because we have a lot of, routes. Everything is good in Cleveland Heights. You can leave early to go to the north, to the south, to the east. So we can have a lot of opportunities to do that. And I think we have the hard money too. Don't forget that we can use that money to improve the city finances.
All right. The current housing crisis creates an immediate threat to neighborhoods and our financial viability. What do you believe City Council should do to address the crisis that can transform our vacant properties into an asset?
Well, the vacant house is a problem. Everywhere I go, people talk to me. I'm knocking the door. They talk to me. My neighbor house is foreclosure, and the people who's living there don't take care. I'm worried. My house we're gonna. That's really a big problem in the city. But I think with the good leadership, if I'm elected, I'm gonna make sure this housing become the first issue the city has to take it. The city council is not one person; it's a body. So we have to negotiate. We have to talk. We have to talk, work as team to make sure the somehow this maybe we will lose them. So we have to come to the reality to tell them down, but also to make sure the one who's not going down, we make sure we rebuild it to make them energy efficient, but also to make sure people who's getting in these houses can afford to be there. And not some renters just rent there and they're not taking anything. I'm not blaming anybody, but we have to have the consultation between the city leaders, the renters, the owners of the houses to make sure we all come together to make sure this issue go forward, not blaming each other.
Okay. Um, Now, under collaboration. There are limits to what city government can do by itself. Cleveland Heights has a wonderful history of community groups identifying problems and initiating projects to address them.
Sure.
Please talk about your views of collaboration and any additional ways you would like to see the city work with all segments of our community, from individuals to neighborhood groups, nonprofits, and businesses to strengthen our city.
I I think last time I did discuss with people of that. To me, before we go outside our city, we have to include all segments of the city, the population, the simple citizen, the grassroots like your organizations, but also business people, school leaders, We have to come together to talk about neighborhood. And also, I don't think Cleveland Heights should focus only theoretically to say we are community spirit. We have to go around because sometimes when I'm campaigning, I went to some side, some other side of the city. They feel like not included in Cleveland Heights. I think that's the problem. We have to go there not only each 4 years when we campaign as city leader to go there. We have to go there to have forum those neighborhoods to tell them they are included in the community. They tell us they're complaining, but also they view and what we should do for all the citizens and every segment of the city. I will do that. If I'm elected, I will convene a forum or every citizen, every neighborhood will come to the city hall to give me their opinion, their complaint, but also their view, how they think the city should manage. Not only the city, but their neighborhood.
Okay. Now on to social and community inclusion. We are a community that is proud of its diversity and a tradition of inclusion. How do you see these issues and where can we improve?
Excuse me.
Well, I think also this Cleveland Heights is known as a diverse city. That's true. But I think what we do is to make sure citizens talk to each other more often. And also the city leaders should go around and include in every citizen race, religion, sexual orientation. We have to include everybody. And not look at other people saying, well, they're different from me, so I do not go there because they might not listen to me. You gotta go to talk to people. I call them, provoke them. They will react positively to you. So if I'm elected again, Louis, I think I'm gonna be the one who people are gonna like it because I'm people person. I'm gonna go door to door. I'm gonna make sure people come, and I'm going to schools. I'm gonna talk to the kids. You gotta be involved, So that's gonna be one of my goals.
All right, and our last question. This went pretty fast.
That's what happens.
Environmental sustainability is a critical need and a 21st century priority. Increasingly, green initiatives are not only fundamental, but promise to create excitement and generate economic development for individuals and communities. What role should city government have in fostering environmental sustainability and eco-friendly lifestyles?
I think the city leadership is critical to do that because this is not only, sustainability is not only to make money, it's a culture. It's gonna be the culture of the 21st century. To do that, we have to make sure every occasion we have to talk about it. We have to include people. But also we have to start by City Hall itself to change in the buildings, to make sure green culture enter to the buildings. We have energy efficient, but also the city people has to be taught, have to be encouraged to do this. And as leader, I'm gonna have a forum on that, like at Cleveland area, we're gonna call people. I'm public administration professor. I know how to generate, but also to engage people. So this is not only to make money. With the green economy, we can make money, but it's a culture, it's the way of life. It's gonna be the one the future generation will look for it. And I think I will be working tirelessly with the people, but not only the politicians, but everybody in the city. And the neighboring city has to be included in our general agenda of Northeast Ohio. I think I can do that. With your help.
Okay, I think we're...
Thank you very much. Thank you, Robin.
Thank you,
Louis.
Keba.
Thank you, Robin.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.